Determining the electrical code requirements for cooktop and oven branch circuits, especially in new construction, necessitates a careful review of the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The typical configuration involves supplying power to these appliances using a dedicated branch circuit. This means the circuit serves only the cooktop or oven and no other outlets or equipment. A common question revolves around whether a four-wire system comprising two ungrounded conductors, a grounded conductor, and an equipment grounding conductor, is explicitly mandated for newer installations. The NEC outlines specific requirements for grounding and bonding, aiming to ensure electrical safety and minimize the risk of electric shock. These requirements are often interpreted in relation to appliance wiring. The grounded conductor, often referred to as the neutral, carries current back to the source under normal operating conditions. The equipment grounding conductor provides a low impedance path for fault current, facilitating the operation of overcurrent protective devices like circuit breakers or fuses in the event of a ground fault. The NEC addresses the sizing of conductors for branch circuits. For a cooktop or oven, the ampacity of the conductors must be sufficient to carry the load served. This involves calculating the demand load of the appliance based on its rating and applying any applicable demand factors specified in the NEC. Demand factors allow for a reduction in the calculated load since it is unlikely that all heating elements will operate at their maximum rating simultaneously. The NEC also covers the types of wiring methods permitted for branch circuits. Common options include using non-metallic sheet cable, often called NM cable, or installing conductors in conduit. The choice of wiring method depends on factors such as the building construction, environmental conditions, and local code requirements. Grounding and bonding are crucial aspects of electrical safety. The NEC mandates that the equipment grounding conductor be connected to the appliance's metal frame and to the grounding electrode system of the building. This connection creates a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or blowing the fuse and de-energizing the circuit. The NEC contains tables that specify the minimum size of equipment grounding conductors based on the rating of the overcurrent protective device. The NEC also addresses the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in certain locations to provide additional protection against electric shock. While GFCIs are not typically required for cooktop or oven circuits, they may be required for receptacles located in kitchens or other damp locations. When installing a cooktop or oven, it is essential to follow the manufacturer's instructions. These instructions provide specific guidance on wiring connections, grounding requirements, and other installation details. The manufacturer's instructions should be considered in conjunction with the requirements of the NEC. The NEC is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical topics. It is updated regularly to reflect changes in technology and industry best practices. It is essential for electricians and other electrical professionals to stay up to date on the latest edition of the NEC and any local amendments. When working on electrical installations, it is crucial to prioritize safety. Always de-energize the circuit before working on any electrical components. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. In summary, determining the wiring requirements for cooktop and oven branch circuits involves a careful review of the NEC, the manufacturer's instructions, and any applicable local codes. The NEC provides specific guidance on conductor sizing, grounding, bonding, and other aspects of electrical safety. Following these requirements helps ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. Understanding the principles of grounding and bonding is essential for electrical safety. The equipment grounding conductor provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or blowing the fuse into energizing the circuit. This helps prevent electric shock and reduces the risk of fire. The NEC also addresses the use of surge protective devices, or SPDs, to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage surges. While SPD are not typically required for cooktop or oven circuits, they may be beneficial in areas with frequent lightning strikes or other voltage disturbances. When selecting electrical components for cooktop or oven installation, it is important to choose products that are listed by recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories, or all. Listed products have been tested and certified to meet safety standards. The NEC also contains requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in hazardous locations. These requirements are intended to prevent explosions or fires in areas where flammable gases, vapors, or dust may be present. While hazardous location requirements are not typically relevant to cooktop or oven installations in residential settings, they may apply in certain industrial or commercial applications. The NEC also addresses the use of energy-efficient lighting and appliances. Energy-efficient products can help reduce energy consumption and lower utility bills. When selecting a cooktop or oven, consider choosing a model that is ENERGY STAR certified. The NEC is not intended to be a substitute for proper training and experience. Electrical work should only be performed by qualified individuals who have the knowledge and skills necessary to do the job safely and correctly. The NEC is a complex document that requires careful study and interpretation. It is essential for electricians and other electrical professionals to have a thorough understanding of the code and its application. The NEC also addresses the use of alternative energy sources such as solar photovoltaic or PV systems. These systems can be used to generate electricity for homes and businesses. The NEC contains specific requirements for the installation and interconnection of PV systems. The NEC is a living document that is constantly evolving to reflect changes in technology and industry best practices. It is important to stay up to date on the latest edition of the NEC and any local amendments. The NEC also addresses the use of smart home technology. Smart home devices can be used to control lighting, appliances, and other electrical equipment remotely. The NEC contains specific requirements for the installation and operation of smart home systems. The NEC is an essential resource for anyone involved in the design, installation, or inspection of electrical systems. It provides a comprehensive set of rules and guidelines to ensure electrical safety and prevent electrical hazards. The NEC also addresses the use of electric vehicles, or EVs. EV are becoming increasingly popular as a means of transportation. The NEC contains specific requirements for the installation of EV charging equipment. The NEC is a valuable tool for promoting electrical safety and protecting people and property from electrical hazards. It is important to follow the NEC and all applicable local codes when working on electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of energy storage systems, or ESS. ESS can be used to store energy from renewable sources, such as solar or wind. The NEC contains specific requirements for the installation and operation of ESS. The NEC is a dynamic document that is constantly being updated to reflect the latest advancements in electrical technology. It is important to stay informed about these changes and how they may affect electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of arc fault circuit interrupters, or RFCs, in certain locations to provide additional protection against electrical fires. RFCs are designed to detect arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. The NEC is a comprehensive resource for electrical safety information. It is important to consult the NEC and other relevant resources when working on electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of tamper-resistant receptacles, or TRRs, in certain locations to protect children from electrical shock. TRR have shutters that prevent foreign objects from being inserted into the receptacle. The NEC is a valuable tool for promoting electrical safety and preventing electrical accidents. It is important to follow the NEC and all applicable local codes when working on electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of ground fault equipment protection, or GFE, to protect equipment from damage due to ground faults. GFE is typically used in industrial and commercial applications. The NEC is a dynamic document that is constantly being updated to reflect the latest advancements in electrical technology. It is important to stay informed about these changes and how they may affect electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of uninterruptible power supplies, or UPSs, to provide backup power in the event of a power outage. UPS are commonly used in computer systems and other critical equipment. The NEC is a comprehensive resource for electrical safety information. It is important to consult the NEC and other relevant resources when working on electrical installations. The NEC also addresses the use of emergency power systems to provide power to essential equipment during a power outage. Emergency power systems are commonly used in hospitals, fire stations, and other critical facilities.